you have a little bit of a chat about how the sort of investigation went, and also find out a bit more about sort of how you got into the group, and sort of get a bit more about you. We've got quite a lot of you as a group, but we'd like to find out sort of about you individually, and sort of. So it might be quite good if maybe you could go around and give a quick introduction of how you sort of, your history in the group and how you got into it maybe, or how sort of, how you first came into the world of the sort of paranormal.
Okay.
So I don't know if you would want to start, or we can go around.
Yeah, whichever.
If you.
I'll cut mine down as long as I can. My name is Andy Weatherall. I'm co-owner of the team with Sarah. I've been interested in the paranormal since way earlier than 1989, but my journey started in 1989. My father was a big believer, and people that follow the page know that I don't believe in any of it at all. On his deathbed, he was dying of cancer. He gave me a 2-word password and said he would come back. Not the usual, hello, I'm here, I'm doing well, blah, blah, blah. He would give me a 2-word password that only me and him would know, and this password's never been told to anybody else. And I'm still waiting. One of the words has actually come through on a previous medium that was in the team. I haven't had both words, so as far as I'm concerned, my journey is still going on. I'm still waiting for the truth, and I won't believe. Nothing will make me believe until I get these two personal words from my father. Then that will prove to me that he has come back, because he's the type of person, if he said the sky was pink, if you look through the window it would be pink.
Okay, so can we move on with sort of how you maybe got into it all? Or?
Yeah, I'll do. My name's Claire, and I've been with the team now for about 5 years. Initially I didn't actually look for anything paranormal based. My mum and my sister have always been to see their clairvoyants and things like that, but I've never really been bothered. It was just through a chance kind of
It was a
meeting,
charity event that Claire had organised, a charity event, and she needed a paranormal team, and she got on to us, and we met through
yeah, kind of
thing. Well,
we
that's
met that
basically
way,
how
didn't
we
we?
met.
And it was kind of an exchange of, sounds really bad, but it was an exchange of, at the time it was, I needed somebody to do a charity event, ghost hunt, and you wanted to try having a resident writer in the team to actually document what went on. So it was mutually beneficial on both sides, and I just stuck around like a bad smell from them, didn't I really?
So do you consider yourself a skeptic like Andy, or do you think you're more of a believer?
Initially I did consider myself a complete and utter skeptic, but I've kind of softened to an extent. It's although I won't label anything as ghosts, there is something there that we're not yet understanding, and we're not yet able to figure out how it works and things like that. But that could be just like something was when people didn't know what electricity was, and we had to learn how to harness it.
Could you tell us how you sort of first got into the paranormal, or how you first got into the this group?
Yeah, I'm Sarah, and I'm the co-owner of Stoke Haunted, have been for about 10-11 years now. And I've been interested in the paranormal since I was about 5 years old, because my mum and dad, I was sort of my dad's side of the family, we had some relatives and they lived in a haunted house, and they had to have it blessed by a Catholic priest because so much stuff happened in this house. And on one particular occasion I was about 6, and my cousin is the same age, and she gave me a party dress which I took home and put it in my wardrobe, and for about a month after that I was really ill. I couldn't sleep, I would cry at night, I would have fits, panic attacks, and my mum and dad learned that they had been messing around with Ouija boards in the house, which had caused this negative energy in their house, and they got rid of this dress, they burnt it, and everything was fine. Now, I was only 6 at the time, I don't really remember it, but to go from being scared, frightened, crying, I couldn't sleep in my own bedroom, to being absolutely fine. I didn't know that they'd got rid of the dress. I've no explanation for that. But sort of after that, my mum and dad became a bit wary of anything to do with the paranormal. They've completely banned anything because of how ill it had made me and my younger sister as well. They sort of banned the subject from the house, which in turn made me even more interested.
Still is a bit taboo, isn't it, now, if you
It's a
mention
bit
it?
taboo now, yeah, they don't really like anything, because of what happened, they don't like anything to do with that, but it just made me more interested in it. And so as I got older, I began reading about people's experiences who've had these entities in the house, and also the amount of ridicule that they get, because yeah, they get people get ridiculed for it because these things do happen to people, and I don't know where it is. They sort of, people think they're crazy or a bit nuts, or
You have to be a little bit
But
mad
yeah.
to do this.
yeah, you do, it helps. But that's where my interest came from. Yeah.
The only thing I don't understand then, people have said to me if you've seen stuff and it makes you scared, I don't know whether being scared and laughing is the same sort of reaction, but if you go like a ride on Alton Towers, even though you're scared, you laugh and you scream and you giggle. When we've seen stuff happen, like if you've seen something fall out of a window for no apparent reason, the first thing you do is laugh. Now you'd expect someone, but they laugh. The first thing someone
Sometimes
does is
that
laugh.
can be like a nervous
I don't know if that's a
reaction,
nervous
can't
thing,
Yeah.
but
it? Could be.
We have had
if we've
someone
had stuff, what I would call poltergeist activity, that there's just no way it's been done by somebody in the team or whatever, like if one of them plant pots falls out the window now and smashes or rolls on the floor and stands upright, first thing everybody does is first take a double take and then laugh. Not one person I've heard has screamed or gone, oh my god, what was that?
Yeah.
First thing they do is
It's
laugh.
because we're always together when these things happen anyway. We would laugh between us, wouldn't we, rather than run for the hills.
normally it's,
Yeah,
have you done
I
that? Did
suppose
you do this?
it's like the others have said really. I'd always been interested. I've done a lot of reading when I was younger. I've always been interested in science fiction, ghost stories, poltergeists, all the stuff, supernatural stuff, adventures, mysteries, the Titanic and all that sort of stuff, and sort of did it on a very amateur basis when I was smaller, ghost hunting and everything, putting pieces of chalk down and all that sort of thing. And then obviously when I left school, my profession that I went into was psychiatric nurse. I'm a qualified psychiatric nurse, even though I'm not practicing anymore. So a lot of the time when I was studying was spent at Cheddleton Hospital, Stalington Hospital, the old hospitals, where particularly if I was on nights and it wasn't busy, I would happily wander around on my own in the corridors and that. And yeah, and more as I was doing it, I started noticing things, and then it was sort of, all of a sudden I was starting to realise that I could actually see the spirits that were there. I'd seen to a certain degree when I was little. I'd always seen my granddad who I'd never met, and not to talk to or anything, but if anything was happening or anything was going on, I would see my granddad at some point. And I never, spoke to my mum about it. My mum said, well, perhaps he's there to protect you and all this. Well, never really thought anything of it, but I'd definitely seen him. And then basically got more and more interested in the paranormal. I went and booked on a ghost hunt at Alton Towers. And unbeknownst to myself, but these guys were on there as well. Now I'd obviously made friends with Andy on the Facebook page. I'd followed the Facebook page for a good 12 to 18 months before I sort of met them. Didn't realise that they were going to be there, and got told, because I was on my own, and basically got told that night, well, hope you don't mind, we'll put you with Stoke Haunted for the night. So I'm like, yeah, all right, no problem, great. Because I already, so, and it seems to go from there, and it's been 4 years, I think now.
When your first experience with the paranormal was, maybe, or?
I was about 5 or 6, living in a house in Audley. Heard things, heard a lady crying in there. Then I moved to another house because it was haunted. Parents didn't like it. Moved into Cotswold Avenue in Nottingham, and saw things in there.
What sort of things were you seeing?
I saw a young girl just looking out the window, really sad. I blinked my eyes to make sure I was awake, and I was awake, saw her again. Then again, we moved into another house, saw something in there, and things happening. So really, basically, from the age of 5, I've seen things, heard things.
What there is this is a theory anyway. There's different types of ghosts.
Okay.
You have got spirits that you can interact with. You've got poltergeists, obviously, that the class as a noisy, called a noisy spirit, called the German word for noisy spirit. Well, you've also got what some people call stone tape theory. And what that is basically that person has left an imprint on a building, a place, a walkway, a brick wall, anything like that. They have left their imprint at the time when they died or when they were living. The emotions that they felt have been left where they were.
Absorbed
Like a
Yeah,
recording, isn't
but
it?
it's like a record, it's like a video recording. So that video recording will play at certain times of the day, on certain days, on certain types of weather, all different sorts of factors can what's in. But all it is like a video recording.
To me, the main question people ask is, do you need a medium for Paranormal Team? And there's 2 answers. No, you don't really need a medium, but if you don't have a medium in your team, you'll never get very far. I use medium, and I don't like the word use, but it is for their skill and their knowledge to point me as a camera operator to say, I suggest you film in that room and don't waste your time in this room because I'm not picking up anything. So I rely on them to say to me, go in that part of the building there and point your camera up that corner, because they can see stuff I can't see it, and that's the only way you'll capture it. I mean, otherwise I'll go and stand and put my camera over there and all the activity's happening over here. So to me, I take what they say. If they say all the activity's happening in there at the moment, I'll go in there.
And not feeling himself and all sorts. And basically that is the sort of thing that can happen if you haven't got correct protection up, or if you leave yourself open. You know,
the only one I can
The
associate
answer,
that
the
one
answer
with.
to your question, like when you said like people like being taken over, and what do you mean by taken over? The best way I can describe to somebody that doesn't know what being taken over is, do you know when you're sitting there and then for no apparent reason you have a rage fit? You don't know why. You probably kick the table over in the living room, you stomp out, you go in a mood, you don't know why. 5 or 10 minutes later when you've calmed down, you come back and you're back to your normal self and you think, why did I do that? That's exactly what people are like when they go on an investigation. They do something which you know is not their normal everyday thing. You probably get the nicest person in the world turn into the nastiest person
What was I
for
like?
3 or 4 minutes, and then they just, oh, there's only been asleep for all.
Before you all leave.
yeah, no,
I just want to ask one thing, and
So,
I would say, like, if tomorrow someone in the scientific community came around and gave you definitive, absolute proof that the afterlife or paranormal existed, would you guys take that? Would you
Yeah.
guys kind of
Yeah.
stop?
I wouldn't
But I'd
stop.
want to
Oh
see
no,
them.
don't stop.
But you would fully believe it, yeah?
Yeah, if someone said to me that there's no such thing as ghosts, I would now go and find out what I've actually captured on film. My be all and end all is not ghosts. I just want to know what I've actually
There's so
captured,
many
and
things.
can I contact my father for the last time,
There's so many things
Is
that
that
people
something
have
you want
said
to
all
do?
they've found and
Yeah.
things, isn't it?
more than anything else.
Is that what drives you sort of in this pursuit, do you think, trying to contact your father?
I don't know how to explain this, but within 6 weeks of my dad being diagnosed of cancer, he died. He didn't have any medical attention or nothing because the cancer had gone
Okay.
undetected.